I'm not gonna rub his belly. I'll take your word for it.
Rub her belly.
Okay, now when you first moved in here, didn't you say that the people that lived here before left things behind?
Yeah, in this room.
In this room, what was it? The Buddha statues?
No, wasn't the
So
Buddha
why
statue.
did your cousin have 2 Buddha statues?
Because he's a freak.
Oh, okay. That's a fair point.
But what the people left in this room was, in that closet, they left. Well, when I looked at the house, in that closet, there was just a bunch of like copper pipes.
Yeah.
And I was like, I opened the closet and I was like, I don't know what these copper pipes are, but whatever.
Yeah.
And then whenever I kind of already agreed to buy the house or whatever, the house inspector came. And whenever he came, like we went through all the other rooms of the house. We went under the house, in the attic. We looked everywhere. And this is the last room. And then the door was shut, and he like cracked the door open, and then like looked in here, and then he like looked back at me, and he was like, "Are you messing with me?" And I was like, "No, why?" And he was like, "What's in this room?" I was like, "I don't know what's in this room. This isn't even my house." And then he opened the door, and then all the copper pipes that was in that closet was a giant pyramid. And they had a pyramid in this room that was probably, this room's like 10 by 12. It was probably like an 8 by 8 foot pyramid.
Of what?
What?
What was the pyramid of?
Copper. It was just
Oh,
all
just
that copper
copper?
tubing made
Oh,
the
okay.
pyramid. But it was like an 8 foot by 8 foot pyramid that sat up probably like 4 or 5 feet tall. And then underneath the pyramid, right in the middle of the pyramid, they had like, I think they had like 4 bottles of water and like some eggs or something in the middle of the pyramid.
Did you ask the people about it?
No, I just
So you just let it go. You bought the house anyways, not knowing. Did you at least check the attic before you bought the house?
Yeah. I checked the attic.
Okay.
I kind of wanted to ask him, but I didn't.
I mean, I would have definitely asked.
I
Just
don't-
for the simple fact of knowing why there was 2 eggs and what? 2 eggs,
And like 4 water bottles.
4 water bottles. Were they empty or full?
No, they were full.
You didn't drink them, did you?
No, it was
Okay.
their water bottles.
No.
The only thing that like I googled it like quickly while the guy was like inspecting the house and whatever.
You
But-
Googled it? What'd you Google?
Like I don't remember exactly what I googled, like pyramids or something. But what I found was that it turns out that like in ancient times or whatever, people used to put things under pyramids, like make pyramids, and if you put things under pyramids, it was supposed to like make the food like more pure and like more nutritious, and like it's supposed to do all kinds of things.
So there was some golden eggs.
I have no idea. I don't know if these people
Were they old? Did you ever meet the people?
Yeah.
Were they weird?
They didn't really seem that weird. They were
Were
just
they
like
old? How, like what?
Yeah,
What age?
probably like 60s, 60 to 70, somewhere in there. Like they were
Yeah, that's
definitely
kinda
older,
weird.
but
That's
they
kinda
weren't
weird.
like, they didn't strike me as like crazy, but they were just like older.
I could see it if it was like 20-year-olds, because some of those people are weird nowadays. But
I would be-
60 to
I would have been
70-year-olds
less
stacking
concerned if it-
copper?
Yeah, I would have been less concerned if it was like a 20-year-old. But the fact
Yeah,
that it
it
was
would
like,
have been just like a joke then.
yeah, that makes me wonder like how many years did these people put everything under a pyramid?
I'm wondering how long the eggs were under there. Did they smell bad? Like were they hard?
No, they looked like they just took them out of the fridge and put them in there. Like they probably put like
We'll just leave these here for him.
Probably. They probably took like everything that they were gonna make. They probably just put it all under the pyramid and then cooked it, or something. I don't know.
I wouldn't. I don't think I'd eat
I was
anything.
kind of hoping that they were gonna leave it just so I
So-
could show it to people. But
I mean-
they definitely
Oh,
took that with them.
They took it with them.
Yeah,
It all
that's
left.
their pyramid. They can't leave that around.
So you think like every Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinner, everything that they cook went straight into this room and
Probably.
sent it to the pyramid first?
They probably bought like a turkey in like a cage and put it in here for like a few days and then killed it before they ate it.
That would be bad.
Yeah, it was.
Have you ever asked the neighbors about them?
No, this neighbor on this side, like the first, I do know that the guy that used to live here apparently used to just like hate everybody, and the guy that like probably the first, I think the day I was moving in, the guy next door said he came over. He has like these things over in his backyard that like I don't even know what they are. They're like little bulbs basically, but like birds make nests in them.
Yeah.
But there's like 20 of them like on each pole, and he has like 4 or 5 poles.
Yeah.
And some of the poles are like right next to the property line, and then right next to that property line is my tree. It's in the corner of the backyard,
Yeah.
and the branches kind of hang over into those poles. And he came over and he was like, man, can I trim that tree away from my birdhouses? And I was like, sure. Like, I don't care. And then he was like, that old guy never would let me do that.
He wouldn't let him trim the tree back? Oh, man.
So I'm assuming the guy that lived here probably just like hated everybody. And he probably just like walked around and was like, no, you're not trimming that tree. That's my tree.
So this guy was probably miserable.
Yeah.
Did he have a wife, you said?
Yeah.
He did have a wife?
I mean.
That's why he was miserable. He had a wife.
Yeah. That's what I'm sure. But for like the small interaction I had with her, I could tell that she would make him hate everybody. Because she just seemed like one of those old women that's just like, he probably
hated everything.
Yeah, he probably like hid out.
She
in the
probably
garage.
hated him.
Probably. They've probably been together forever. They probably probably just strangle each other.
That's what happens after 30 years. You find reasons to hate each other instead of love. That's what happens.
Or maybe you just see
maybe
their
you just
see
get tired
the,
of
see
them
who they
after
are.
30 years.
Maybe you just see like their true personality, and you're like, no, I really hate this.
I tell you what, you don't know someone until you live with them. That's a for sure thing.
Yeah.
When you're like, say you date somebody for such an odd amount of months or whatever.
That's why you should live separately.
Okay, you can live separately until a certain point. See, now I'm getting a call. So. Okay.
Tell her to go away.
I see that. This is where you need to live. It doesn't work like that. See, if I tell her to go away, she'll come here, and then she'll follow me here.
See, if I had my way, I would be perfectly okay. Instead of living with somebody, why don't we like buy houses next to each other and we'll just have like a tunnel?
Just a cookout in the backyard
no,
every now and then?
I'll have a tunnel from my house to their house.
You don't think she'll come
And then
through the tunnel?
I'll have a door that I can lock on my side, and then she'll have a door she can lock on her side.
Yeah, but women are crazy. She'll sit in the bottom of the tunnel waiting on you to come through.
Well, hey, at least she's in the tunnel, not in my house.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
That way, if I don't want to put up with her, I can tell her, go to your house.
See, you learn a lot though living with somebody. It's kind of it's weird. It really is. Like you're either gonna hate them or love them. Like it's definitely strange. You'll learn like weird habits you have with each other. Like each other has a weird habit or whatever, and you don't notice it because you don't live with them. But then when you move in with them, you notice those weird habits, and it can be very, very frustrating the first like 2 months. It was definitely a challenge.
Sounds like you have a lot of experience.
I have a good bit of experience now.
Would you like to share some of your experience?
No.
Because you know she's going to listen to this?
Oh, she'll definitely be listening to this. That's why I got to watch what I say. Because I've already messed up. Because I said 30 years was too much. Now I'm done for now.
What do you mean 30 years was too much?
Like 30 years of marriage. Now I'm going to get home.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, but now I'm going to go home and get questions.
That's like a 30-year
I could go
life.
home and get beat. You never know.
You're probably definitely going to get beat.
That's okay. So I'm back to the Buddha here. Hold on. Okay, so.
I can feel the table vibrating from her call.
Now I'm getting another call. This guy wants to talk. See, I can't talk to him right now either. Okay. We're not gonna
put it in that chair.
Yeah.
Because you can probably hear that.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, back to the Buddha. Is there more than one Buddha? Like, is Buddha a thing or is it I thought Buddha was a person.
You're asking the wrong
No,
guy.
I think Buddha was a person. And if so, then why is there
I mean,
two
I know
Buddhas?
Buddhism is the religion.
Yeah, okay.
But I don't know
thought Buddha was a person like they all kind of worship. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Just one person?
Yeah, I think it's just one person. So why is there like one chubby Buddha and then one?
I'd say
woman?
that's probably supposed to be Buddha, and that's like just a follower of Buddha or his wife.
Okay, yeah, that would make more sense because when they're worshiping Buddha, they're kind of like positioned like that. I think if I can remember right, it's been like 6th grade.
Well, that's the only
or
way this guy
7th
can
grade.
sit. Look how fat he is.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's the only way he can sit.
He's massive. I wonder if Buddha was that. Look at his ears. Look at his earlobe. How he's had like 20-inch or not 20-inch. He's had like massive gauges in his ears or something. Like, look how bad they sack. Like, have you seen those
They're all the way
guys
to
that
his
walk around
shoulders.
with like 2-inch earlobe pieces or whatever you call them in their ears?
Gauges.
Yeah, gauges.
He's probably had like 4-inch gauges
Oh yeah, for sure.
for the last 300
Yeah.
years.
And they were probably rocks back then. They weren't like real light. They were probably like full-size rocks just hanging out his ear.
He hung like bird cages off his ears.
No, yeah, I could see it.